Welcome everyone to John E. Garage. Today we're going to do a double flare on a 5/16 steel line using my kit that I have that I purchased a long time ago. That's the name of the kit. It's about 30 years old at least, so whether you find it or not I do not know. But we're going to cut it, file it, and then I'll put it in my jig, and I'll show you how I make double flares, which supposedly is going to look like that, hopefully. So now I'm going to use this tool here to cut a piece off. I usually like to use a saw actually, but these do pretty good. The advantage to this is it does cut it square. You just take a little bit each time. I'm turning this handle just a little bit, spinning this on here. Of course, you primarily will go like that probably. Keep going. I don't force it. You can probably do a lot more than what I'm doing here, but as far as cutting depth goes, but I like to be easy on my little blade here. It's getting there. There we go. See, so now you end up with this right here. So what I do with this now is I like to file this down because it's got that ring inside of there. And you want to keep it as square as possible. Make sure you keep it square. Looking pretty good. And then I just kind of touch it up a little bit. So nothing's protruding out. Like so. There we go, looking good. Okay, so this is what you kind of want to end up with, pretty close. So this is 5/16, and on my jig here, I have a 5/16 slot here. So it goes in the jig. Secret to this though is not really a secret, but the kit comes with all these different sized dies, and you have to pick the correct one in here. Looks like that's the right one that fits the next size. And it even says, I don't know if you can pick that up, 5/16. But the secret to this is you put this against the tool, and then you want the piece of tubing to stick out, and you want it to come right to this edge right here, right there. Right there, just like that. So this edge is touching this edge of the die, and this part is on the body. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're going to crimp this down on here, like so. Get it even. Double check. Looks like we're doing pretty good. You have to get it in here pretty tight. Make sure that's good. Okay, we've got that on there now. Now the next step is to put this in here, and then we're going to crimp it down. So, but what I like to do is put just a tiny bit of grease on this, not much, just a tiny bit in here, like so. And then this tool is the same way. I put just a tiny bit of grease on here. Back this out. And then you use this like so. Make sure you're in your vise pretty good. And you just mash this down. Just keep on smashing it. So you want this to be flat against the body of this, so that's as far as we can go. Okay, now we'll back this off. There we go. Take our die off. I have to get a screwdriver. And this is what we end up with. Kind of it looks funny, doesn't it? But now what we're going to do is we're going to use this tool to smash that in there. And again, I like to make sure I have a little bit of grease on the snout of this. There we go. You just push that in using this tool. All right, that's about as far as as it will go. Okay. Now, we'll back it out. Okay, look at that. Not too bad. And we'll take it out of the holder. Okay, look at that. I'm not completely done. I like to take a little bit of sandpaper and kind of clean this up a little bit from these ridges that you get here. You can't avoid those ridges in the holder. You have to have that. And then I give it just a little bit of a spin with some sandpaper here, a little bit here. There we go. A double flare, which is far more easier to seal than a single. Okay. So that's how I do a double flare. Thank you for watching, and we'll just kind of take it from there. Bye-bye.